From 1192, the year when Prithviraj Chauhan fell, till 1206, these attacks, these raids continued. Qutbuddin Aibak was ruling. In 1206, Muhammad Ghori was killed by his own people. Qutbuddin Aibak. He therefore becomes the first Sultan. Mamluk Dynasty Sultanate ruled from Delhi. And in 1290, the Mamluk dynasty was defeated. Do you know by whom? Not by any insider here, but by another invader, again from Afghanistan. This time, the Khiljis. You must have heard about Khiljis. Ranveer Singh had performed the role of this cruel emperor, Alauddin Khilji, in the movie Padmavat. So this dynasty of Khiljis attack India in the year 1290, successfully defeat the Sultan of Delhi at that time and take over this entire empire ruling from Delhi. But this time, the Khiljis are not satisfied with only the north. They have their eyes on the south. South India till now was quite untouched. Khiljis knew this. They knew the wealth which was there in the southern part of the country. They knew the culture which was there to be freshly destroyed in the southern part of the country. They knew how rich the temples were in the southern part of the country, and with that mindset, they attacked south. They first attacked Maharashtra. There is a big history. They first attacked Maharashtra, and then they came further south and started taking over the southern states. Within the southern part of India, there were many kings, various small empires, but because there was no unity there amongst them, south was easily taken over. Khiljis were mixed breed, Turco-Afghan breed. They were from Turkey and Afghan mix. I'll show you the map of how much the Khiljis conquered. 1290 they came in India and they lasted in India for only 30 years. That is till 1320. Till that time, let me show you how much of India was conquered by the Khiljis. As you can see on the map, look at this entire place. This is entirely captured by the Khiljis within a span of 30 years. Now, of course, they have a lot to thank Mahmud of Ghazni, Muhammad of Ghori, Qutbuddin Aibak, and the first Muhammad bin Qasim. All of these contributed cumulatively. And you see what havoc was unleashed upon India by the Khiljis. Now, in the year 1320, when Khiljis were ruling, this was the year when the Khilji dynasty was defeated. Do you know who defeated the Khilji dynasty? No prizes for guessing. Another set of invaders, but this time not from Afghanistan, but from Persia, Iran. And these were the Tughlaqs. You might have heard of the Tughlaq dynasty that came within India. They defeated the Khiljis and they became the new sultans ruling from Delhi over this entire Islamic Sultanate in India. However, this Sultanate under the Tughlaqs was not as strong as their predecessors. And because of that, this empire within India, ranging from north to south to center to west to east, started slowly disintegrating. And disintegrating how? Internal rebellions, internal Islamic leaders who wanted to overthrow the Sultan who is ruling from Delhi. They wanted their own independent sultanates. The first rebellion took place in South India. And it's the correct place to take a rebellion because the Sultan is sitting way far away in Delhi in the north. So the first rebellion took place in south, in this beautiful city of Madurai. And a Madurai Sultanate takes birth in the year 1334, 1334 AD. Rebellion number 2, again in south, in the year 1347 AD. Another independent Sultanate takes birth by the name Bahmani Sultanate. This Bahmani Sultanate is an important piece of history that I'm telling you, which is going to have a massive impact in the storyline of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Everything I tell you is all with an intention to eventually explain the story of Maharaj. So when did the Madurai Empire take birth? 1336. When did the Bahmani Sultanate take birth? 1347. This Bahmani Sultanate, do you know where it was established? In a place called Gulbarga. You know where Gulbarga is? In Karnataka. So Gulbarga, the Bahmani Sultanate in Gulbarga is in Karnataka, and the Madurai Sultanate in south is in Tamil Nadu. These two independent sultanates take birth in the southern part of India. The south is completely taken over, but now there are three major rulers. One is the Tughlaqs, ruling the entire Indian north, west, center, east, and even south. But within south, because of rebellions, two independent empires take birth, the Bahmani and the Madurai. And finally some ray of hope took birth for Indian cause, again in South India. And this was the year 1336. That was 2 years after the Madurai Sultanate was born, and 11 years before the Bahmani Sultanate was born. Another independent kingdom took birth within India, but this time it did not belong to the foreigners. It was not of the invaders, it was from our native local population. The name of this empire, the glorious Vijayanagara Empire. It was established in Karnataka. It was responsible for single-handedly trying its best to repel away the effects of Islamic invasions in the southern part of the country. A lot of what we see today in south, we have to thank the Vijayanagara Empire for the same. Do you know for how many years it lasted? Close to 300 years. They were a thorn on the path of Islamic invasion and complete takeover of India. The Vijayanagara kings destroy the Madurai Sultanate. Finished. They continue expanding. They become stronger and stronger. This is all happening post 1336. I'll show you the Vijayanagara Empire on the map. I'll also show you the Tughlaq Empire on the maps. This is the Tughlaq Empire. I think this is the strongest you have seen till now. But as you know, this was a cumulative effect of all these invasions. Then this Tughlaq Empire starts to disintegrate. A Madurai Sultanate is born, a Bahmani Sultanate is born, and now I'll show you the Vijayanagara Empire. As you can see on your screens, this is the extent of the Vijayanagara Empire at its peak. I'm very proud of what they did and very thankful for protecting the generations and the culture to come in future. So by the end of the 14th century, India was divided into various kingdoms, various territories, some ruled by the Hindu kings and majority ruled by the Muslim kings, of which the Tughlaq Empire was the largest and the strongest, and a Bahmani Empire which was there independently functioning in the south. Madurai was taken over. The only large Hindu kingdom at that time was the Vijayanagara Empire in the south. Now comes the 15th century. In the 15th century also, Tughlaqs were defeated by another set of invaders called as the Sayyids. Then Sayyids were defeated by another set of invaders called as the Lodhis. And I fast forward this story to 1526. That is the beginning of the 16th century. The Lodhis are in control of the entire Islamic empire in India, apart from the Bahmani. Of course, Bahmani is there independently functioning in the south. The empire which I showed you in the Tughlaq map had disintegrated, and therefore the power of the Lodhis was quite less as compared to the Tughlaqs and the Mamluks and the Khiljis. But nonetheless, they were the sultans. The last sultan of the Lodi Dynasty, who was ruling from Delhi, this entire country of India, was Ibrahim Lodi. Very famous sultan, you must have heard about him. Ibrahim Lodi. He was there ruling India. I'll show you the map of the Lodi dynasty. This is the extent of the Lodi dynasty. Hasn't it shrunk big time as compared to the Khiljis and the Tughlaqs? Small fragmented rulers here and there. Of course, as I told you, Hindu kings were also there. Vijayanagara Empire was also there. But something was going to happen to the Vijayanagara Empire. When Ibrahim Lodi was ruling from Delhi, who attacks him, which new invaders come in, which new dynasty takes over the Islamic rule in the north, what happens to the Vijayanagara Empire. Why is the Bahmani Sultanate so important for us to know the story of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj? Something very crazy is going to happen in the south that is going to change the political scenario and landscape in the southern part of India and therefore affecting even Maharashtra. How does Maharashtra get affected because of that? And in such an affected Maharashtra, how the great Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was born and what he does eventually that makes him worshipable for all of us, we will discuss in the coming episodes. I thank you very much for patient listening. I hope you have loved the presentation. If you have liked it, please do like the video, share this video to all your friends, especially to young students, young children who need to know all this. If you have liked something in the video, then please do let me know by commenting. I thank you very much. Jai Hind.